Modi government implemented its biggest move in a way on the Kashmir issue.
Jammu and Kashmir was under prohibitory orders and massive security clampdown.
Opposition parties have called this one of the darkest days for Indian democracy.
Today, a new chapter has been written in India's history regarding Kashmir.
If I had to recall the immediate effect of the abrogation of Article 370, I would say it was the communication blockade. Intense fear and terror had dawned upon Kashmir, and not knowing what's going to happen next was the scariest part. Coming to the effect that it had on academics, I think it was bizarre. Schools and colleges were immediately shut and they did not reopen for a very, very long time. We lost 5 to 6 months of education, and it's something, it's a loss that cannot be recompensed for.
People I spoke to were students, and the problems they particularly faced was that, first of all, scholarships, admission notifications, interviews, paper publications, acceptance letter, further processes via any admission offers, etc. It all got impeded. They could not really know what was going on. They could not access their emails, and therefore if anybody wanted to pursue the education or go out of the valley, there was no possibility, because you virtually did not have any idea if you got an important email or missed out urgent emails. Even now as we speak, as I said, we do not have a 4G connection out here, which means that people are working on low-speed internet. So while UGC and other respected institutions talk about online examinations, that is really not a possibility in Kashmir.
The academics has suffered immensely from the grassroots levels, with shutting of schools from primary level to colleges and universities, and with the COVID pandemic adding to the further woes of the students. This year can precisely be referred to as the year without schools and universities, as they remained largely shut due to the sudden abrogation for 6 months, followed by the COVID shutdown. With relaxations in syllabi or change in patterns of different examinations considering the situation since last year, the quality of academics has reduced, while there is immense pressure on the psyche of the student regarding their education. This has affected the education of the vulnerable sections too, like the poor students living in the far-flung areas, as they can't manage private tuitions or high-speed broadband and other privileged facilities.
Education alone is not writing your paper and sitting for the exams, and at the end of the semester you're just passing the semester. It's much more than that. Last year could have been first year for a lot of children at school, at college, and this is how they're starting it. What is the impact that it's going to have on their personalities, their way of life, their education, their career?
has been an education paralysis in Kashmir ever since the abrogation of Article 370, or even before that took place. Personally speaking, as a Kashmiri, I know that how challenging, how traumatic and unsettling it can get for us kids, because we just sit inside our houses for months without any access to college, without any access to education in general. And this is very detrimental in nature, because it is very difficult for us to reorient ourselves to the normal college and school routines again. The facilities that are easily accessible to kids outside Kashmir, we have to struggle for them a lot. And I believe that it is highly discriminatory in nature, because our kids here, they're as talented, as capable as any other kid outside Kashmir, but due to lack of proper avenues and channels, they lag behind. They can't compete with them.